Pay close attention. This isn't something you see every day.
Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about McFarlane Toys Call of Duty Spawn. Now, here he is in the package. Here's some artwork on the side, and here's some stuff on the back that you can come take a look at. Actually pretty cool artwork. And then on the other side, there is absolutely nothing. So, with that being said, let's get this guy out of the package and let's take a look at this Spawn. All right, so here we have Spawn, and man, let me tell you something. I have to say that this is a great looking Spawn. I mean, there has been others, but we actually finally got one with a cloth cape. There was a couple things here where I feel that there were some missed opportunities with the cape. The figure is the figure, the articulation is the articulation. We're not going into that, but they have done some beautiful work. And where this is Todd McFarlane's wheelhouse, you figure he would have done this bad boy up like nobody's business. Now, you guys are probably asking like, well, wait a minute, what the problem is with the cape? Well, first and foremost, this right here, there's a bendy wire going through here, which is great. Why didn't you continue it up? You could have continued this whole thing up, around, and down instead of leaving it like this, just flopping in here. So that way when you go to pose it, it would give it a better posability to stay up. And this wouldn't be, oh, I stand corrected. There is a wire in here. Yeah, there's a wire in here to articulate the hood. Oh, my mistake. I thought it was just in there. So I apologize. It's not missed opportunity when it comes to that. It's just missed opportunity, the fact that they made it to where it was, that they're single little pieces. So I misspoke, so I do apologize. Nothing in the back here, which would have been nice to help hold this out. But there is bendy wire here, and then there's bendy wire that goes down here, and they're all separate. It should have been one piece in my opinion. Now, I guess you could put your hand here and bend this wire out to give it some life. I believe that the cape should have been a little bit bigger, but that's just my belief as well. Maybe in the Call of Duty game, his cape is shorter. I don't know, because I've never seen him in Call of Duty, only in Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry, in Mortal Kombat. That was the only time I ever seen him. So, but even then, he still had a huge, long cape that he came with. And I don't know if you guys can see, but this kind of rolls and flops around. Eventually, that's going to poke out of there. Just be careful. I'd say put your finger on it to articulate it however you want to do it. Still, it's great looking. The sculpt is absolutely beautiful. Looking at the head sculpt, he has his necromorph outfit on, and then you can see the green eyes, which is great. Paint sculpt, absolutely very well done. The skulls with the chain, nicely done. His bandolier of bullets, nicely done. And then down to the actual skull with the chains going around his waist, and then his wrists with the spikes, wonderful. And then on the back, you have the skull as well. Same thing with the bandolier going around, very nicely done. Some pouches here on the legs, and red clips, red pouches. That's nicely done as well. Then come down here to his spikes that he has down here on his feet and his legs, and then here on his leg as well. But this is, yeah, it's well done. I mean, it's texturized, that's for sure. I mean, as you can see, this is very, very texturized. It looks good, so you can actually put him wherever you want. You can have him Spawn versus Batman, Spawn versus whoever you want to have him going up against. I just, once again, if this wasn't so it wouldn't flop down. It would actually stay up. I guess if you want to do that way, you can, to get that iconic Spawn flapping, and you could take it off if you wanted to, I guess, but you can get the Spawn flapping cape if you really try hard enough, I guess, which I'm trying to do here on camera. Which, look, man, I'm not knocking, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying that the cape should have been longer, which they could have done, and they could have just done a little bit more, in my opinion. But there you go. If you want a sprawled out cape for Spawn, and of course it's just standard articulation when it comes to Spawn here. When it McFarlane articulation, I should say, when it comes to Spawn. just like it is with any of his DC figures. Not knocking it, but as you can see, it just flippity floppity around. I just think it would have been a better idea, but that's just my opinion. The guy, this figure does move. The spikes are sharp, so just be careful of that. My figure is a little stiff when it comes to trying to get him to move, and I'm trying to get him into a pose here to do something. And once again, like I said, joints are stiff. But hey, he has his toe hinges and he has his double knees and his elbows and all that good stuff. But if you want to get him into some kind of crazy pose, when it comes to the articulation of these figures, we all know dynamic poses aren't really what you're going to get. Now, this cape would give it some life if it wasn't so limp. That's the best way I could put it. If it wasn't so limp. Otherwise, I mean, I think it's a great looking figure. I just think that this was kind of rushed, or whatever they did with it. That's just my opinion. I mean, as you can see, I'm still trying to get this wire to do something, at least, you know, to give it some sort of life. And it's not. You're gonna have to kind of bend from the shoulder if you want, and kind of pull this thing out to get it to go up. And as you can tell, it just does not want to go, because if it was one piece, that'd be awesome, because then all this you can articulate in an ease, but you can't. But anyway, that's just whatever, and I digress. So yeah, there you go. It's a goofy look. Give me a second. I'm going to reset him, get him kind of set up, and then we'll go over the accessories, because he does come with some, well, some pretty cool things, I guess. But let's have a look, and you guys let me know what you think. All right, so now that I have him kind of just statically standing here, posed out with his cape, look, before I get into taking a look at his accessories, I'm not complaining. I'm just stating a fact that with Spawn, and this being McFarlane's wheelhouse, he missed out on some opportunities when it comes to making this figure. I don't care if it's Call of Duty, it's still Spawn. The cape should have been a little longer. It doesn't have to be crazy big. Could have been longer, and the wire should have gone through. That's my opinion. Whatever the case is, so you can have it sprawled out, get him to do some stuff. We already know about the articulation when it comes to these figures, that they're minimal, so which therefore you're not going to get him into any dynamic type poses or whatever the case is. You can get him into some poses, jumping with his knees bent, holding guns, whatever the case is. Anyway, enough of my rambling on that. Let's take a look at the first set of accessories. Now I'm just going to roll right into it. He comes with this, I believe it's an SKS, and it's nice, very rigid, hard plastic, but very, very well done otherwise. I mean, paint is beautifully done. I think they did a great job with it. Next, you have his grenade launcher. I love the fact that, you know, the SKS does not have the red on it, but this does on the butt stock and then on the front handle. I think they did a beautiful job when it comes to that. Next, we have his M16. Once again, these must be his own signature weapons because of the fact that it has the red on the clip on the butt stock. Nicely done. Like the way this muzzle is here at the front with that angle on it. Very, very well done. Like I said, the SKS so far is the only weapon that does not have any red paint on it. And then you have this big boy. Looks like he has a grenade launcher down here, machine gun up top. Yeah. Clips do not remove, but then you have a red painted clip here. I don't know what this gun is. If anybody knows, leave it in the comments down below. But all I know is that it's a crazy looking weapon. Then we have something similar to the last one that we just looked at, except for it's just a little smaller. Red clip again, and then yeah, they did a great job when it comes to the weaponry of this figure. Like I said, just rigid plastic, but yet nice. Next we have, and this is actually different, they actually come in plastic. They're not glued underneath the cardboard with a little plastic thing over it. They just put them in little plastic bags this time, which is cool. I prefer this because if you don't want to use it, you just put it away and it's, there you go. But it says Spawn here on the infamous black stand, which is cool because it is, and it goes with them. And then next, you have his trading card. It says Call of Duty at the top, Spawn. Beautiful artwork right here. And then on the back, you have his bio, and it tells you everything about it. Doubt that you can read it because of all the other little literature that's on the back of the little plastic bag. Black bag, white, with little plastic bag with the black writing on it. And yeah, so with all the warnings and, you know, don't put it over your face, don't try to eat it. Yeah, whatever. I mean, not like you're going to, but you get what I mean. Anyway, so I don't really have anybody out here to compare this guy to. All my Batmans are put away and everything else because I got the Dragonfly in over the weekend and I started filming that, and it's going to take me a minute to get that out, but it will be out. Not that I need to let you guys or you know, announce that I got it. It's just a simple fact that I did get it. I have been filming it. I just haven't gotten around to getting everything edited and put together yet. I'm not done with it, so it's therefore when it's done, I will have it up for you guys. But with that being said, this figure here, is he worth picking up? Yeah, especially if you're a Spawn fan. Do I hate this figure? No. Out of a 10, sculpt wise, I give it a 10. Articulation, it's getting a 5. When it comes to that cape, man, such missed opportunity. I give it a 3. But that's just me, man. You know, I mean, I'm not hating on the figure. I'm just stating the simple fact that there was so much missed opportunity. I'm not talking about giving them actual chains or anything. I think all this here, the aesthetic is absolutely beautiful. Don't get me wrong when I say this. Love the bandolier with the shotgun shells going around, you know, the chest. His wrist, you know, guards, whatever you want to call these, his wristbands with the spikes and down here on the legs, and then you have the pouches, which is great. All of that stuff, even the little skulls here, detail is absolutely gorgeous. Just some missed opportunity when it comes to, well, of course, articulation and the cape. I mean, you figure that he would have wanted them to do a little bit something. Now I know it's not. Somebody gets the final say in all this stuff, right? But I'm not blaming McFarlane for it. I'm just stating to the fact that whoever it is that gets that final say could have had something fixed. I mean, because it's double stitched over here. So they did a nice job. So I guess it won't poke through. And hopefully it won't. Maybe it's just my figure that's like this. I don't know. Maybe I just got one that is kind of just janky for all I know. I mean, and here I am rambling on about the thing. Is it worth picking up? Yeah. It's a great looking figure, especially if you're a Spawn fan. I mean, I'm not trying to turn you off of it at all. I just think that there's just some missed opportunity. We could have got some extra hands, maybe with all the weapons that he came with, he's not going to be holding all of them, right? But do I think that he could have had some better opportunity when it comes to to certain things? Absolutely. And that's just my opinion on that. I think that, let me put some weapons in his hand so you guys can see him holding a weapon. I think that he's a good looking figure. He's a great looking figure, to be honest with you. I just think that there's just some missed opportunities, that's all. And I think that with this being Spawn, and not, you know, I mean, I know Batman's his wheelhouse too, but still, Spawn's his baby, right? I think that he could have gave that final say. This hand here is kind of weird, man. The way that it looks, the way he's supposed to be. I guess maybe it's this way to hold. I mean, it's not really even a trigger finger hand. It's just, I guess, so you can actually hold the weapon in it. However, I lay it across where he can actually cup it with his hand, because this here is that's kind of janky right there. But I guess it's so you can actually turn. I haven't even tried this yet, so we're gonna do this all together here. Guess you could have him holding it, right? Do an iconic type of pose, but still, even then, this is gonna get in the way. It's not gonna allow you to do so. So I guess you'd have to use like a longer gun. Let me see if I move it over here. It's not gonna work as far as the way I want it to. But, oh, there you go. I guess it's not too bad, considering his trigger finger is not even on the, you know, where it should be. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying here for you guys. It's just not, it's not wanting to fall into place for me. Maybe I'm just doing it all wrong since I suck at posing anyway. So maybe just it just does not want to go the way I want it to go. Just does not want to go. But anyway, with that being said, I mean, look, he can hold his weapon, and he can, you know, he has the wire in the cape, and he's yeah. I just, maybe if I gave it a little bit more and I wasn't doing it on camera to get him to kind of hold it, I guess it'd be all right. There you go. That's there's a little bit of a janky thing. Anyway, guys, I just, sorry for the rant and the ramble and everything else. He's a good figure. He is cool to add to your collection. Despite my rambling, and plus, since the cape will pop off, you can actually get a custom one made, and there you go. You know, to put on him. Just like I said, missed opportunity. Great figure, great looking figure. Just some missed opportunities, and I wish that, and I hope that they're listening out there to actually fix some of these things, because I'm not the only one out here that's saying that these figures could do better with some, you know, better articulation and a few other things. And it's great that they're actually including the cloth capes now, so that's actually really cool, stuff like that. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review, and please don't take it as a knock, because it's not. Maybe it isn't worth for you to pick up, maybe it is, I don't know, but that'll be your choice. But guys, definitely let me know how you feel about this figure in the comments down below. Please hit the like, subscribe, notification bell so you never miss out on anything new. And, you know, like I said, leave the comments down below. And no matter where you guys are, I'll catch you on the Flippity Flip.